This is my low to no buy year update, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you what I did buy over and above my fixed costs, grocery and transportation spending. So what I did buy in January and February. So full disclaimer, this will mostly be baby related. This is like 98% baby related. I have a 6-month-old child, and last month we did some traveling, so I purchased some items for that purpose. So my overall findings are this. I am seeing just how easy it is to overspend if I wasn't paying attention. So that's thing number one. If I didn't know that already, I am learning that more and more now. The purpose of this low to no buy year is to encourage myself to stay as closely to the bare minimum as possible. I value thrift and frugality as a virtue. Even if I had a ton of money, I think I would still be thrifty and frugal. So that is the point of this exercise. For reference, I am still sitting on a bit of consumer debt, and I'm working as fast as I can to get out of that as fast as I can. And my overall goal is financial independence. Isn't that everyone's goal? In this season, it is remarkably challenging. So my priorities with money are this. Number one, to cover my daily expenses, so not go any further into debt. Number two, to get myself out of debt. And number three, to build wealth, save for the future and build wealth. So this is my husband and I both agree on these goals, and this is our shared journey. As far as this low or no buy journey, he is extremely, I want to say he buys very little. When he buys well, and he buys big. So that is his journey, and his spending works for him. So we do yours, mine, and ours. He covers his expenses, I cover my expenses, and then we have some shared expenses that we cover together, and that works for us together. So the baby expenses were, for me, things that I wanted. So that is why I covered them. So here is what I spent in January and February on my low to no buy year. So in January, I did really well. I just spent $33 on a haircut. That was all. And so I've had everywhere from like spending $500 to $600 on hair. I know it's extravagant. Totally worth it, by the way, because it was great, to spending, again, $33 on a haircut. And it looks like a $33 haircut. I don't have super complicated hair to cut, but this cut is really not the best. But it's better than I would have done with scissors. So that's the overall purpose. So that's what I spent in January. In February, for traveling, I spent $322 on items for the baby. So I will tell you what they are if you're interested. Let me actually sort them for you in order of most expensive. Let me do least expensive to most expensive. So the total cost to raise a child is around $300,000, like a lifetime cost we're talking, is around $300,000. And I can see that all in. Again, it's about awareness. For me, it's about awareness and being aware of what I'm spending and why. So the most expensive thing that I bought was a baby carrier because my child likes to be worn. So that was just the easiest way to move through the airport. And it was the most comfortable for me. I had one that I was given off my registry very kindly. That one was about $30, and it was very uncomfortable. And the fact that because I knew that I would be wearing it for hours at a time, I wanted one that was comfortable, $100, totally worth it. And in the fullness of time, when I'm done with it, I fully anticipate being able to resell it. I kept the packaging, so that was that. I was looking to get it a little bit cheaper, but it's tough because I don't know which. I had narrowed it down. There are hundreds on the market. I narrowed it down to 3 or 4. And I could have looked for it used again on a buy nothing group, on a Facebook marketplace, something like group, but because I didn't know which one I wanted the ability to exchange it. As it happens, the one that I bought was the first and only one that I bought. So that was what it was. That was $100, and that was the thing that I spent the most money on. The second thing that I spent money on was a diaper bag. That was $40 from Amazon. I had been looking for a a diaper bag for a while. If you watched any of my previous updates, I'd mentioned how this was an expensive item that I wanted to spend money on. I didn't want to spend money. I wanted a good one. But in the end, and I wanted it to have a luggage pass-through. In the end, I just spent $40 and got one from Amazon. It does the job. The one that I was looking at was like $170, new, not on a no-buy year, not for my situation, not while I still have consumer debt. And really, it wasn't great enough to have purchased for that price. Anyway, the next thing was a travel backpack, something else I had been looking for, also $40, also from Amazon, not from Amazon, from TJ Maxx. It's the brand Traveler's Choice, and I love it. It's great. It's very comfortable. Does the job really, really well. Then the other items are all under $40. I got a shawl for feeding the baby, a stroller bag for putting on the stroller when we gate checked it, a water bottle for the baby, which I may end up returning because the baby can't drink from it yet. The bathing suit, hat, short sleeve onesies. So the water bottle was $14. It was a Yeti water bottle. I like the brand Yeti. I love the brand Yeti, and it's something that's something that I will splurge on just because it's something I use every day. I use a water bottle and a coffee mug every single day, and it's worth it because it just feels so good. Bathing suit, $13. Hats, $13. Short sleeve, a 3-pack of short sleeves onesies, $10. Other onesies, $8. A privacy screen for my phone because my phone screen, it was all cracked and wearing away, and I wanted to have a better phone screen when I was traveling. It's $8, totally worth it. Socks, bows, pacifiers, pacifier clips, and a baby toy. And those items all came to, let me take that out because I ended up returning it, $27. So all in January and February, I spent $349. Again, over and above my grocery, transportation, and fixed costs. So I don't think that's too bad at all because there's so much that I didn't buy. And I am not super prone to overspending at all. I think that the exercise of doing a no to low buy is fantastic because it really helps me focus on I was going to say the bare minimum, but the allowable minimum, a healthy minimum, because I'm certainly not depriving myself or my child of anything, but I can get by on a lot less than I think I can. And that's an important lesson to relearn over and over again. Because especially in the area I'm living in, I don't really fall victim to that type of, say lifestyle creep, but following the environment, I would say following the Joneses or anything like that. But I think sometimes I do fall victim to wanting, I don't know. That's not, I was like wanting more than I can afford. That's not, I mean, of course, everyone does. But I think just being very conscious about what I spend is a great lesson. So that's what I spent. If you're curious about the baby carrier or the diaper bag, I'll leave links to both of those down below because I got them on Amazon and they're totally worth it. If you have anyone in your life, if you or someone in your life has a need for either of these, I can recommend them both. So that was my spending for January and February because March is still in progress. As of this posting, we have 10 more days in March that I'm still working on. So more to come on that because the baby is growing and the baby needs new clothes. And this is, again, something I try to rein my spending in and limit that to no more than $100. And that includes diapers and any other supplies that the baby might need. So it's been an interesting challenge during this time to really stay close to that, only the necessities on this low to no buy year. So that's where we are. That was my spending again for January and February. Let me know if you have any questions about this low to no buy year and how it's going. I'd love to hear how you're doing out there. And thanks as always for watching. Bye.